right, David Bray filling in once again. To the left, Andrew Spencer Spay. And to the left, America's side piece. The buys are, you can still kind of see him through the sweatshirt. Jonathan, Father John Kozak. Not bad, not bad. How we doing, boys? Good weekend?
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Another good week of wrestling, and then a little family time, a little turkey time.
Yeah, my parents are my psycho parents drove yet again from Virginia to
Texas.
We got Thanksgiving and Spacegiving this
Steaksgiving.
weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Steaksgiving at Spacegiving.
Yeah. I'm happy to host. Finally have a place large enough to fit more than like myself and one other person. No longer a junior one bedroom.
Well, you could have blown all the walls of your quadplexes and made a really big place.
I lived in a humble one bedroom. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Now I'm in a nice townhome, a couple levels to it, 3 levels technically.
Mm-hmm. Technically.
And lots of room, nice couch.
So we're going to be there watching Cyhawk. We're going to get into Cyhawk in more depth tomorrow's show, which, programming note, we are doing the show tomorrow, 4 o'clock Eastern, sweet spot. We're told.
Oh, yeah.
Drive time.
Yeah, we're going to hit the drive time. That's been a big focus for just this week on Tuesday. So, yeah, we know everyone's schedules are a little weird this week. The NOLF practicing at 11:30 this week.
Good to know.
Any NOLF I informed this NOLF parent.
I was glad to find that out.
He didn't know about that, but now he knows.
If there's a week where like schedules are more flexible, it's this week. I love coming into work on days like this when I had the square corporate job, because it's like nobody, chances are a lot of the people else weren't there. You got free reign of the break room.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You were king of the castle.
We love that. Okay, so a lot happened this weekend. Actually, it was kind of like, on paper, you're like, well, what's going to happen? Well, it turns out a lot. On Friday, Iowa versus Pitt, more in Dean Madness. We'll get to that. Oklahoma State wrestled Air Force and Arizona State. We had a crazy 33 match there. And Penn State at the Black Knight, which turned into a lot of Penn State versus Penn State. Tons of storylines out of there, but probably starting at 125.
Yeah, I think that's the best place to start. Black Knight invite. Penn State was in full force. I think they had 20 wrestlers, and at 125 pounds, little surprise, maybe a big surprise, Nate Desmond beats Luke Lillidahl. What do we make of this?
I was very surprised that this happened. Luke Lillidahl is one of the best 57-kilogram guys in the world. Nate Desmond's a true freshman. Everyone, thinks Nate's good, but Luke's fantastic. And even though I know you can say teammate match, it doesn't matter. It matters, but it's still a statement that Nate could do this. There's a lot of people who are teammates with other people. They can't be. Connor Marisol is probably going to be behind Josh Barr. They're teammates. He can't beat him out. So this is notable for sure. I did not see this coming. This being a close decision would not have surprised me. I don't know if, as you're watching the shot there from Nate, it looked like Luke was just surprised. Just totally that, wasn't ready to defend at all, and a really quick finish for Nate Desmond. But yeah, it's the depth of Penn State has been, discussed at, maybe ad nauseum, but I thought it was really on display this weekend at the Black Knight, and look no further than number 1 Luke Lillidahl losing to his true freshman teammate.
Yeah, I would not discount the teammate versus teammate thing, totally. And also, this is one match. It's not going to decide the spot for Penn State going forward. But that takedown that Desmond got was a legit takedown. That wasn't something, if it was, we'll get to it at 57, though. You had PJ Duke and Joe Sealey. They had a 2-1, like a 1-1. If you're shutting down everything that your teammate does, that to me is more of a, okay, that's a teammate, kind of flip a coin, because they both know each other's moves. And
Chamberlain, James Green at Final X.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're James sorry, Green, wrestling fans. A lot of you are like, no. Don't remind me of that.
James literally went on Twitter and was like, sorry, guys, I've known this guy too long.
That was brutal.
But so I think you got to, give Nathan Desmond credit for getting that takedown when he did, clutch, and he stepped up. But also, it's one piece of data for the coaches that have a ton of data on both of these guys. And I would not expect, without any inside knowledge, to have any starter for the starter to be anybody but Lillidahl going forward. But we'll see. Anything could happen.
Yeah. Also worth noting that, they're not just Penn State teammates. They were teammates in high school back at Wyoming Seminary. So there is, a longer history of familiarity there. So for Desmond to find an opening, he's had hundreds of hours of mat time with Lillidahl to look for that one opening, and he saw it and he took advantage and he looked great. And it's a big, I think it's a big win for Desmond because of the way his senior year ended, right? He wrestled at Ironman and then missed a lot of the rest of his senior year due to injury. And now here he is making a D1 impact, where it would have been easy for a lot of wrestling fans not super familiar with Desmond to say, well, what kind of impact can this guy make in the Penn State lineup? They got Lillidahl for 3 more years, and then bringing in Landon Sidden. They're really, really good. Well, he's trying to be part of that. He's trying to make a case for himself in that starting spot, and good for him.
Yeah, it's we're gonna belabor this point, but depth.
Well, the question that's being asked a lot is, well, should Desmond go for the team this year? Should he try to start?
Yes.
Yes. I don't think it's the worst idea. If you're Nate Desmond, you're on the Penn State wrestling team. It's like, listen, the opportunities, you got to seize them when they're there. And you
100%.
can't just try to, let me just thread the needle here, redshirt, and then I'll go. It's like, if you're the best guy, you should try to make that known and state your case and be the guy, because nothing is guaranteed on this team, right? But on the other side of the coin, I think there is sort of an on-paper, seamless way to make this work if they want to do it. They could wrestle Luke, redshirt Nate, flip-flop, redshirt Nate, wrestle, excuse me. You know what I mean.
Very simple plan.
Yeah.
Wrestle Luke, then wrestle Nate at 25, alternating red shirts. And then Blaze should be up at 41. Ono will be done. And then the bigger one can go 33. And then both guys get their 4 years. Now, that's a great plan. But, you got other guys that are going to come in. You could have transfers. You've got recruits coming in. So there's no guarantees that it's going to be as seamless as I just described. So for that reason, it's like, if you're Nate Desmond, I think you consider it, right? And
yeah, take advantage of those opportunities. You're in college once. You have these years at Penn State. They're limited, even though, the NCAA is getting more permissive with medical red shirts, and you have other stuff like Olympic red shirts or whatever, maybe a possibility. I don't know. But the point is, to your point, CP, 100%, if you're in the room, if this is an opportunity, go for it.
yeah, and then, for the Desmond, you can't just reduce this to a win over Luke Lillidahl, which is incredible. Like, you look at his tournament, 7-0 win over Cooper Flynn, notable. Flynn's been a top 10, 15 guy basically his entire college career when he's a starter. And then like 17-4 over Charlie Farmer, who is tough. That's a statement too. So it's not just the Lillidahl win. It's a little more than that. So hats off to Nate Desmond getting that win. Want to kick it to Kozak though. He's been trying he's been all scared to talk about this. But what are you going to do? Well, you got to. Heavy as the crown. How are you going to rank this situation? I've got a lot of thoughts.
Well,
Nate Desmond, number 1.
as you guys know, I'm a man of the people.
Okay.
The moment that I stop being a man of the people is the moment I stop doing this job. So
There you go.
I left it up to the fans on Twitter.
That's how you got to do it.
And after 289 votes, we're going to find out here. Well, there's still 8 hours.
That is a quorum.
There's still 8 hours left. So let's see. Who should I vote for?
Vote for Nate Desmond. That's what I did just for chaos.
I did the chaos one too. Oh, yeah. I'm like, let's just screw with it.
All right. So Lillidahl currently has 41% of the vote.
Look at that, 2 votes in the time you pulled it up to now.
Surprisingly, Nick Bouzakis, second. And then Vincent Robinson, who only loses to Eddie Ventresca, is third in the vote. So, I mean, I put these 3 as, I feel like these are the 3 you can say you could make a case to be number 1.
Yes.
I feel like you can't, like Jory Volk just loses to Nick Bouzakis. His win was Spratley, correct?
And Eddie.
Did he not beat Spratley?
He beat no,
He didn't beat Spratley. So he beat okay.
He lost to Spratley last.
And then, yes. So and then Bouzakis beat Jory Volk. Spratley lost to Dean Peterson. So I feel like it's these 3 it comes down to. And honestly, I haven't put that much thought into it. I wanted to leave it up to the people, and then I'd think about it after that.
So here's my thought. I think it should be Vince Robinson.
Yes, I do too.
So you came into this year, Vince is the national champion, number 1 ranked guy. Okay, he goes to a, absolute slaughterfest of the National Duels Invitational. He beats Troy Spratley, the NCAA finals. He loses to Eddie Ventresca, who he may not be allowed to beat.
It's a rule.
He's 0-3 against him. But 3-1. He's been in the streets wrestling tough matches. To me, if you leave Luke number 1, you're saying a loss to Nate Desmond is more acceptable than a loss to Eddie Ventresca.
Could be at this point.
There's no evidence to suggest that's the case. Eddie Ventresca has a much longer track record than Nate Desmond. And Luke Lillidahl, you may say, well, Luke Lillidahl only loses to like great guys, but actually no.
Not true.
He lost to Brendan McCrone and Dean Peterson, 2 DNPs last year.
And Sheldon Seymour.
None of those guys are really top 5 considered guys. I know Sheldon's ranked 5th right now. Lehigh John does what he does, but no, he earned that ranking. I'm just kidding.
Undefeated.
But I think it should be Vince. I think Luke has dropped. I mean, any match that Luke has lost to not Spencer Lee has surprised me, but they happen. So I think Vince has the track record. They have at worst, comparable loss. To me, a more acceptable loss for Vince and a much tougher schedule so far. I think Vince goes 1. Maybe you just flip-flop those 2.
That's what I think.
And then Volk 3, Eddie 4, Sheldon 5. And you don't rank Seymour till he starts. I mean, Nick Bouzakis, is he the starter? Like, I get ranking him. I would rank him, but he yet again did not start for Ohio State against Chattanooga. So,
well, and one of the reasons I didn't put Bouzakis up higher above Volk is he lost to McCrone this year, right? Who
that's
notable. If we're going to punish Luke,
absolutely,
for losing to a teammate, and McCrone's more proven. We know who he is, and I went back and looked, and Bouzakis' entire history of rankings up at 133. He's never been ranked higher than 7th. This is like literally the highest Bouzakis has ever been ranked in his college career. And we have 2+ years of data on who Bouzakis is.
Boo-boo.
Boo-boo. You boo. Boo-boo.
But yeah, I don't know. I like the case for Vincent Robinson, but it's like, what would we have done? So like if Nate Desmond, if he is the starter, where does he come into the rankings?
Well, I mean, he's not alone with a win over Luke Lillidahl, as I mentioned. There's a guy ranked 7th, 5th, and not ranked, all with wins over him. So I would say behind some of those guys.
Yeah.
Right? You don't just automatically you beat him, you go up. I know some people think that's how it should work, but that doesn't actually make sense if you look at the entire body work. So I think you could put him 8th, maybe, behind Dean. Dean beat Troy Spratley this year. So I don't think you don't rush to number 1. But I think in reality, Nate's not going to be the starter this year.
Yeah.
And I honestly think for Luke, like if he goes this year and redshirts next year, it's kind of freestyle-wise, that's a good year to lock in. That 27 year, that's a team you really want to be on. It sets up everything for the Olympic year. So I could see that. And then he could take an Olympic. I don't know. There's a lot of ways they can make it work. But yeah, from a rankings perspective, I think Vince back to number 1. Vino.
It's tempting to say something, if you're ranking and you go, well, this complicates things and it's a teammate loss, which doesn't count towards NCAA qualification, so might as well be an exhibition match. But I don't think that is fair to the other wrestlers, where if they had lost to Nathan Desmond, if Vince Robinson was number 1 and he took a loss to a Penn State backup, you would definitely count that against them. And then, the other data that we're pulling in, high school wrestlers, when they become true freshmen, if they have data versus, results versus college D1 guys, you count that. So we are counting folk style matches against college wrestlers. So, yeah, can't discount it. The real question is now, John, who do you want to pass this poison chalice of being number 1 at 25 to?
Yeah.
You are providing the curse no matter what you decide to do.
Yeah, who do I want to curse?
Yes.
Wow.
You curse Vince again. He's defeated the curse.
he wasn't ranked number 1 going into NCAAs.
I know, but then he was ranked number 1. Then he lost it, but he got it back.
Yeah.
That's rare resilience, John.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can look at, we kind of already said it. You look at Vince's and Luke's resume going into it, and Vince he's got a better resume right now. And I think that's sometimes where we kind of lose things is we think like what Luke just did in freestyle. It's like, wow, like, okay, this guy's ranked top 10 in the world as a 57 kg guy, but we don't look at that. So gotta keep it in college.
Well, 125 wasn't the only interesting Penn State, wrestle off at the Black Knight invite. 157.
Yeah.
PJ Duke, Joe Sealey, very close match. And, there's two ways to look at it. What do you make of Joe Sealey, who's a really, really good guy in that Penn State room? And also, what do you make of PJ Duke, who entering this season, many people thought was a favorite to win the NCAA title?
I was surprised. I did not expect this competitive of a match. I didn't think Joe would be able to keep PJ at bay. But one thing I've been thinking about, and I've maybe alluded to it on the show, I've definitely talked about it a lot in the office. Basically the entirety of PJ's high school ranking resume the last 3 years has been solely freestyle related. All his big wins are all freestyle. He hasn't hit a Super 32, an Ironman, an elite folk style tournament. He never did Who's Number One in years. His last big folk style win was 2022 against D Lockett, 2022. So it's been a while. My point being, more than anything, PJ has not been in these tough folk style matches, and they're just different. They're frankly different. Like, what do you think Luke Lillidahl does to Dean and Sheldon Seymour and Brendan McCrone in freestyle? It's mollywops. It's just different. And so for Sealey to be able to stand in there in the hand fight, I was impressed. I thought the stall calls were 100% merited, earned, and PJ deserved that win 2-1. That was fine. But I think it does signal a little like, okay, it's not just going to be insert PJ and he's going to run the field undefeated. He may do that. I don't know. I think he's definitely good enough to win a title. But I think the freestyle, folk style differences are real. And this guy took down world champion Kaipanov twice. And he wasn't able to do that once to Joe Sealey. So I think the freestyle, folk style, you can say wrestling's wrestling all you want. I think it's a little different. I think there's a learning curve for PJ, as great as he is in these tough folk style matches. And I think he's going to get better as the season goes. But as out the gate ready as PJ is, this is a gap, in my opinion, that he will make up, but will maybe take a little bit of time.
Yeah, I think if you watched his earlier matches, obviously the competition, no disrespect, but it wasn't as good as where Sealey is right now. But he was just ripping through people, just chain wrestling, scoring 1 million points, and then finishing off with a pin in all 3 other matches. And then Sealey was ready for that rapid fire attack of going from, the super duck, the single legs, the inside trips he was hitting. And once you shut that down, I think in freestyle, you can start your attack from anywhere. The mat's usually a little smaller, and you get the guy out of bounds, and there's your points, and those will start adding up really quickly. In freestyle, that is lengthened for the whole match. You have to keep doing that until you get a stall call, which is basically what happened here. But it means your strategy is not, you can't sprint through people and rack up those step out points. It's really how those the edge wrestling, the out of bounds rule is called and how it's written in the rule book. And so when PJ gets more time in the folk style world and starts getting those match strategies down and more refined, I think you'll see the gap starting to widen again against the field and guys like Sealey. But right now, it's very early, first tournament.
So I think, and also remember, Sealey, he's not unblemished this year. They had a 10-9 loss to Jimmy Harrington. So this is a moment to remember. I don't think it's anything alarming, but yeah, I was surprised.
One of the things that stands out to me, just following a lot of high school wrestling, is how hard it is to get comparable folk style matches in high school to what you're going to experience in college. You've got to be at an elite enough program where you're going to tournaments like Ironman, Beast of the East, Powerade, Doc B, or you've got to be in a state that's super competitive like Pennsylvania or Iowa or California. And for PJ, he went to a really, really good high school program in New York, but with some injuries and a couple things. I mean, it's crazy how easily you can spend 2 or 3 years of high school without like a super competitive folk style match, unless you're going to Super 32 or all these other things. So that's kind of the revelation to me a little bit, is like PJ Duke is not afraid of anybody. I mean, this guy wrestles everywhere on the freestyle scene. He's constantly seeking out good competition, but still you can get through a couple years of high school and all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I haven't been in a match like this one against my own teammate for a long time.
Who in this 157 group gives PJ Duke the hardest matches?
Man, it's tough. I think Cannon would be interesting.
I mean, we saw Antrell and PJ have a really close freestyle match, right?
Honestly, that could be close, because I think Antrell, I mean, he's good at the underhook. He can hand fight really well. I think Antrell could. I think all these are super competitive matches, 5 up. And they all are very different. Cannon is just rapid fire attacks, great in the scrambles. I feel like PJ's game is going to be predicated on avoiding, like, he's going to be an efficient shooter and finisher. That's how he's going to win a lot of matches. He's not going to get into a lot of extended scrambles. Cannon can pose challenges there, and he's really good on top. It's tough to say Landon when you factor in their freestyle, and it's tough to not say Landon when you watch him, what he's doing in this first month of his NCAA career. I mean, those were not really close matches. PJ beat him 3 times in freestyle, like 9-4, 7-0, and like an 8-3. Those were like basically the scores. So it's tough to say he can make up that physical gap, but then again, he looks awesome right now.
I think we've compared PJ Duke to Kyle Dake in the past, just like with his power and his ability. Like, is PJ Duke going to be a Kyle Dake type of folk style wrestler where you're like, man, he's so good and he should be winning? Or like Rabadou is teching people and like, oh man, look how good it's almost like the Dake.
Is it going to happen again?
Is it the Dake Taylor? And then they wrestle and PJ wins 4-2 or something like that.
It could be that.
PJ Landon the new Dake Taylor?
I mean, that would be awesome. I would love to get a couple of years of that.
That'd be good for us. Mm-hmm. Good for, like, as wrestling fans.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of tough matches here for PJ. And I think we'll see him against Cardenas of Stanford at the collegiate duels on their schedule. He'll wrestle Cannon. He'll wrestle Jordan Williams. So he'll hit some of the best guys, but and maybe Antrell. I think they wrestle Nebraska. So he'll get tested, no doubt.
Is another part of the Lilladall PJ Duke just like they've wrestled so much over the summer freestyle, and then that's just the transition back into folk style could have just be a little bit over it.
Yeah, Joe Sealey's been wrestling folk style, and so is Nate Desmond all summer long. Mm-hmm. Those guys were in Croatia and Bulgaria. I mean, they were all over the place.
Sophia.
They're both at U23s, both at, I don't think Luke went to see. I know he went on the team, but there were a bunch of people there. But yeah, these guys just had super busy summers, very freestyle centric up till October. So that's a fair part of it too.
Well, yesterday was fun because we had the Black Knight finals and then Arizona State, Oklahoma State.
Yes.
Which, I mean, that's just a cool dual meet overall. But we also had Kyler Larkin, who's this big time freshman for ASU, taking on a former Arizona State national champ, Richie Figueroa. What'd you make of that match?
Well, the anticipation for me is like, do they really send out Richie in this? They've used Ronnie Ramirez. He looks like the better option. It was Richie won against the Air Force, but it was a hard fought win. And you're like, man, are they going to use him here? And then they do. And you knew Richie was in trouble the second he got that first period takedown in the first 10 seconds. Because that's basically been a signal for every loss he's had. He stings these guys early, and then I don't know what to make. I definitely had questions about Richie at 33 from the jump. He never struck me as a guy bursting at the seams at 25. I mean, look, Kozak has the match pulled up now. When they were neutral, like Kyler is just noticeably bigger. And for a guy, Richie, who seems to be having a hard time with 7 minutes, being smaller on top of that is just makes it really tough. So you watch Richie, and it's all still, like, a lot of it's still there. It's just he's not putting it together. This was a big match for Kyler Larkin for a variety of reasons, and not surprised at all with the result. I would have expected Kyler to win just based on how the seasons have gone. And, yeah, I thought it was – I mean, I wonder when Richie found out, like, wait, we go to Arizona State this year? Like, this is awkward.
Yeah, I got to give credit to for Richie for running
Heck
out
yeah.
there, for being ready to take this match. It couldn't have been, super fun to go out and, see all your old coaches and teammates and know that you're putting it on a line. People are going to say now, oh, well, now the transfer makes sense. He got beat by the guy that replaced him. That's not fun. He wants to go out there and get that win and prove that – there's a reason, or, that he's still capable of being a national title contender. And, 133 is it would seem to be an issue. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a 25-pounder, in my opinion.
Man, Arizona State had a great crowd for that dual meet. And you got to imagine that made it a little extra tough for Richie. And, I mean, the image that's, like, burned in my mind from that match is Richie putting on the ankle bands, and Zeke is standing, like, 5 feet, 10 feet away, just kind of like standing over him, looking at him.
Oh, and they put some shade in that tweet right there. There's a new Stunnaman, and Stunnaman was Richie's handle is Stunnaman Rich.
Yeah.
If you ask me, would Arizona State do too much on social media after this match? I would have said absolutely. They are the team that does the most in this guy. They're right on the edge. I forget they had one last year.
It was Nico Ruiz and Brock Mantanona, I think, or Bowman, whichever Mantanona kind of like smiled at the camera, and then Ruiz won, and then the ASU Twitter went crazy with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, not surprised at all that they dubbed Kyler the new stunner man on him. But I mean, this is a guy that won a national title for your team, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, those plaques and that, your national champion wearing the Sun Devil singlet, that's always going to be there no matter what he does the rest of his career. So I would you still got to.
Also, I just feel like, man, it's a little odd. The tweet's fine. I'm not saying they shouldn't have sent it. It was just my reaction to it. I'm like, man, Richie's already kind of down. It's like you're kicking him a little bit while the guy's, what is he, 1-4 this year?
He hit the meat grinder early.
Yeah, so.
But I mean, these teams are competitive, and when someone leaves, it's like you're competing against us right now. So of course we're behind our guys that are in our singlets currently.
Well, and Arizona State is currently fighting for every bit of real estate they can get in the D1 landscape, right? I mean, it's a team that is a new look team. Probably their two brightest stars right now are first year guys in the lineup, and they're trying to make a statement against a really tough Oklahoma State team. I mean, they went to national duels, really tough. They've had a really tough start to their year too as a team, and so any win you can get, you're going to celebrate that
for sure.
So
yeah, I don't disagree.
It's Larkin era now.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're great.
The start of it.
Speaking of Larkin era, our guy Tyler Meisinger was on the ground with the Larkins and Arizona State yesterday. So it's going to be a little while to get that edit out, but you're going to get a deep look into the Larkins, into ASU, and ittle be fun.
I feel like Tyler's like a long lost Larkin brother.
He's got a little Larkin in him.
Little Larkin energy, a little creative.
Did he get his hair? He said he would dye his hair if it was convenient, but he wasn't there long enough.
He didn't have time. He really was. He was thinking about it, but it was like, all right, do I want to interview these guys and hear their perspective or dye my hair? And he opted for interviewing them.
He needs to show up whenever he comes back from the Thanksgiving break with the leopard spot hair.
Yeah.
Just walking to the office, nonchalant, carrying a skateboard, super baggy clothes. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Not even mention it. Don't say what do you like my hair, anything different. Nope, just do it.
Could happen.
Hey, before we move on to the next topic, we got a super fan donation.
Oh,
a little bit
we
of
always address straight to the top
also,
of the list.
A lot of times these are like $3, $5.
Oh, what do we got?
20 bills, baby.
20 bills? Ooh. Divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a $5 footlong for each of us.
Which haven't been available in over a decade. Yeah.
I bet
if promotion is stuck in everybody's brain.
I would bet there's a Subway in Oklahoma where they still honor the $5 footlong.
Yeah.
I have to find that
it's nothing but the seafood
Subway
sensation. It's
Okay, so this is from Wrestle Guide 2002.
Nice.
$20. He asks 2 questions. With Kevin Dresser talking about retiring soon.
He did?
I don't know. This is what Wrestle Guy says. He gave us $20.
So it's really 10 per question. He snuck in 2 questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's a fair
who
rate.
do you think will take the head coach spot at Iowa State? And then he has a follow-up. Do you think Kyle Dake will ever get into coaching anytime soon, if not ever?
Sounds like he wants Kyle Dake.
He wants Kyle Dake to get head coach at Iowa State, yeah.
I don't know, man. Kyle seems like, I don't know. Would he cherish the confines of the college coaching the schedule and all that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what he would want to do. I'm sure it's on his mind. I'm sure he's thought about it, but I don't know. As far as Dresser retiring, I don't like to hear that.
Well, he did. I mean, it was like kind of a throwaway, jokey comment when he talked about, had a nice long, almost 30-minute talk with him before the All-Star Classic. And it was more like, oh, and then this happens, and then you wanted this, and you grow with that, and I won't be coaching at that point, or something like that. But he's got, I think, 5 years on his contract or whatever. And
Yeah.
He's 63.
Come on.
He's got time.
Get to 70, Kev.
If he really was going to retire, I mean, I think you want somebody that's like business minded. It can't just be on the mat. Business minded, somebody that's innovative, and somebody that has loved the Cyclones for decades.
So Sion?
That's Sion Williams.
sorry for stepping on that.
That's Sion Williams.
Yeah,
He's got the donut empire. You know.
Sion is, listen, Sion will throw his hat in the ring. Mm-hmm. He'll bring on Kale as his assistant.
I figured just hire the best, right?
Yeah, he's a good coach.
I don't know who would. I don't know who would step in there, honestly, though.
People were loving Cyclone.
What do you think? Cyclone Nation, weigh in. This is him at the press conference. Pull it in, Nikki.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna find better?
Look at this.
Better than me.
Yeah.
You're not beating that. Look
Well,
at this guy.
I guess I'll have to be head coach then. He'll just rationalize it that way.
I'll take it.
Man, the probable lineups are going to be such a mess because he doesn't know the guys' names.
Oh, my guys.
You put the same name 3 times at 125s. You know?
He's going to run off guys like Kyson Tarakina just because he can't get their name.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Get him out of here. Okay.
But Dresser contract through 29.
Through 29. Okay. So, hopefully in 2029, that'd be good. Who knows who will be coach?
Well, I mean, if Metcalf is still there.
Yeah, love Brent.
That's a guy that has been in it and seems to really connect with a lot of the guys. Mm-hmm. Good relationship with David Carr. Maybe that's the assistant.
Not afraid to dye his hair.
Not afraid to dye his hair.
No, he sometimes goes blonde.
To look like Cody Rhodes. Mm-hmm. I think that's who it was. Okay, good question from that super fan.
Man, he gave another $5 right now.
Oh, he's like, get yourself another time machine to get a $5 foot long.
He didn't even ask a question. He just said,
"What a beast!"
He just said,
in the chat.
Chat Richardson.
Chat Richardson. We got Chat Richardson. Give us $25.
He just said David Taylor's Oklahoma State Cowboys versus Kyle Dake's Iowa State Cyclones.
Dang.
He said.
Okay. I mean,
manifest it.
In 2029, it probably will look really different. Mm-hmm. Like Iowa State could be different. Maybe Iowa. I don't know. I feel like the brand's just gonna be there.
Yeah. When you hear that Dresser's 63, you're like, dude, the brands have so much time left on the clock. If that's, they could do whatever they want.
Exactly. Yeah, they got a long time left. Okay. Arizona State. Oh, we should talk about Caleb.
We should talk about Caleb. I mean, speaking of leopard print, he looked, what'd you think?
He looked great.
He's killing everybody.
He's killing everyone?
Yeah.
Looks like a carnivore? Yeah, no, he looked great. I was disappointed.
No Swiderski.
No Swiderski. Weird. I don't know what's happening there. No inside info. He weighed in at like 153. So I don't know why. I don't know if that was like he was not going to wrestle. And they're like, well, just weigh in case something happens to
Cutter.
To Rabadou. You can't wrestle if you don't make weight at that weight. But if something happens to Landon, then you would go in for whatever reason between weigh-ins and warm-up. But he didn't end up wrestling, and that was disappointing because, man, you want to see Caleb against more elite guys, All-American guys to see. But he just looks out of control good right now. I mean, he's so fluid on his feet. I mean, the opening shot, like Cutter gets in on a really nice shot, and like he just bounces on a foot and gets the leg away. He's the complete package. Vegas. Can't wait for Vegas. Can't wait to watch Caleb wrestle at Cliff Keen, Las Vegas. I think he's the real deal. Looks fantastic.
We're like 12 days out from that.
Yeah, it's crazy to think.
Yeah, the Thanksgiving is going to make this week go by quick when it comes to wrestling because you'll be distracted by all the turkey stuff. And then, boom, it's CKLV week.
Yeah.
By the way, Oklahoma State did also wrestle at Air Force. Want to shout them out. Attendance record.
Another insane crowd.
Great stuff. Actually,
Cowboys are traveling well.
They really are. I had my dad was boots on the ground at the Air Force Oklahoma State duel. He said it was a great crowd. McLuhan Arena, 2,300 people.
And Wyatt, a little homecoming. He's back
Yep.
at his academy from where he was a multiple-time All-American.
I also heard that not only were the Air Force Falcons signing autographs after the duel, but also Oklahoma State. So that's cool for the visiting team to do that, stick around, sign some autographs, and good for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely the hype and the buzz is continues to climb, and it seems like now, they're a team that is going to attract a national audience, just like there are Iowa Hawkeye fans everywhere, and Penn State wrestling fans are creating fans all over the country. Oklahoma State, they seem to be
Absolutely.
reeling in the fans from all over.
Landon Robidoux looked great as usual. Simon Ruiz, crazy comeback against Cody. Well, not crazy comeback, but like late takedown to beat Cody Rutledge, who looked really tough. Facundo beat Kyle Valencia.
Nico Ruiz. You said
Nico.
Simon. I was confused for a second.
That's gonna.
I was like, that's a big topic change. I did not notice. Yeah. Nico. Yeah.
And then you're like, wait a minute, is it or do I have it wrong?
Yeah.
You go.
I have it wrong. Nico. But yeah, that was a good match. Trying to think what else happened. Kind of chalk elsewhere.
Zuba kept it tight.
Zuba did keep it tight.
Unlike
Doucette.
Zuba's pants, which are
Those are notoriously loose.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Zuba's
Zuba
pants.
They're like big 80s fashion. You wouldn't have got
They're
it.
like football fans would have them in the color of their teams, and they'd be ridiculous.
They'd be like zebra stripes for
all zebra stripes.
Yeah.
What? These are skin tight.
Zuba pants. No.
Oh, those look like what Rex Kwando would wear.
Yes, like Rex Quanta baggy pants. They were really cool for a while.
Yeah,
They're coming back.
They're gonna come. Tyler is going to walk into HQ with a pair of these.
Yeah.
at some point.
They were-
or JD.
Yeah.
For the NFL fans that were like big fat guys that were tailgating, this was a way to show off a little personality with your Zuba's pants.
Yep.
If you happen to be a big fat NFL fan, these are the pants for you.
Oh yeah, which is a lot of NFL fans in the 80s.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
All right. Iowa.
Yes,
They look great against Pitt, and Mo and Dean stole the show.
he did it again. This guy. What can you say about? He is, to me, the biggest story of, the biggest individual story of any wrestler. In the start of the year is Masoma and Dean. He beats number 4 Max Stout, coming off a 4-0 weekend at National Duels Invitational, and just winning this way is just like adds to the lore, right? He runs down Max Stout. Stout is really kind of fell off on the last, minute there. He really faded, and somehow he gets the finish with 2 seconds left for the win, and now Dean's gonna be ranked number 4 in the country on Tuesday. Just incredible. I've already had kind of my mea culpa on what I expected from Dean and what has happened are very different. And can't be any more impressed than I have been.
Stock keeps rising, and I'm in there too with anybody that was, I don't know if skeptical is the right word, but it's more like reserved in your judgment. D3 is a totally different world. You got to prove it on the D1 level, and that's what he's doing. So you have to give him credit. He's getting what he deserves.
Well, and it's not just like, can he wrestle with D1 wrestlers? It's like, can he handle the pressure? And he's already been in Iowa Oklahoma State duel.
Oh.
He's been in Carver in a last second match with a really tough guy. And it's like he's handling not just the technique, the physicality, like all that, but the moments. And he just like relishes it. Big smile on his face every time. Like he's fired up. Like he seems very ready for the moment. And that is that, the situationality of it is to me just as impressive as all the technical elements.
Bro, can you imagine that pop in Carver getting that takedown? That's got to feel literally insane.
That's such a recruiting advantage when you say, like, look, you will wrestle in front of crowds. How many people get to do that? You get your state championship in high school, and then, whatever else, Fargo or Super 32 are not the same. But this is a crowd of fans that will come out, and you can do that in front of them.
I will say, they dominated Pitt. I thought Ryder Block looked good. Dean is having a hard time getting to legs. That's something to note. I think he's having a hard time scoring on these guys. So with the Cyhawk coming up versus Steve-O, that's a huge match. And maybe coming into the year you favor Dean. Now, maybe it's edge Steve-O. I thought Drake looked good, way more active. Nasir did his job. 57. Still no Jordan Williams. No word on his availability. For Cyhawk, I think it's paramount they have Jordan Williams back for this match against Vinny Zerban. Caliendo, I thought looked way more active. PK is just, kind of a guy you just know what you're going to get from him. Angelo didn't wrestle, ended up being Gabe Arnold, who did a good job too. And then Keeter wrestled 2-1 over Pitzer. So don't know what necessarily held out Ben from National Duels, but he's back, and that's good for the Hawks, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was the guy that I know a lot of Hawkeye fans were like, we need Keeter in here.
It's like, no. It's going to be really hard to win. But turns out they didn't need him against Oklahoma State, and he wouldn't have mattered for Ohio State.
It is.
Who needs him?
Yeah. So, Keeter, the lesson here is unnecessary.
Heavyweights, take it or leave it.
It is Cyhawk week, and I do think a big question for Iowa is going to be that lineup and who are they sending out? And, you got to hope for Keeter. Of course, you think Angelo's going to be back.
Oh, yeah.
And you already mentioned 57, Jordan Williams. You think we're getting all those guys back this week?
Jordan, I have no idea what's going on there. I would guess we would see full strength Iowa. I haven't heard it. Normally I would know like, hey, it's bad for Jordan or it's bad for this guy or that guy. Haven't heard anything. So I would expect they're all there. My question is Leo DeLuca back? Had a little knee thing, but I feel like if they feel like he's the better option and he's healthy, I wouldn't be surprised to see Leo, but he may not be healthy.
Did Steve-O ever cross paths with Dean Peterson? Seems like no, right?
Yeah.
They did?
Yep. Steve-O beat him at NCAAs.
Wow.
6-4.
Oh, that was like the round of 12 match, I think.
Was that a blood round match?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. And that's what happened there. Wow. That's crazy. Another note we have on our sheet of paper here, it's got nothing to do with wrestling. Former wrestler, Gable Steveson.
Oh, my God.
He was assaulting people in a legal sense.
Yes. Yes. Gable, if you haven't seen it, just get on Twitter. I tweeted it. Ariel Hawaiian, just look up for Gable Stevenson's knockout. It's crazy. He throws this. I mean, I'm not an MMA guy, but he throws a left-handed punch, and like he does this thing where he like punches and he drops to the leg, but the guy is already unconscious as he drops to the leg, and it's crazy highlight stuff. And
yeah, that ref had to jump in there. That's a scary thing to do against Gable, to get in between him while he's throwing hammer fist down.
To me, this is like everything I thought Gable could be in MMA. Like what you're seeing from him, like we always knew the wrestler was great and he's an unbelievable athlete. But the precision in his wrestling always like sort of stood out, like how he could drop to the leg and do just the efficiency of his movement. Now, the fact that I feel like you're seeing that in his striking. I'm not some freaking MMA guru breaking it down, but like just landing a punch like that on the button. Now Kozak's giggling
because the
ref literally is like, I'm going to save this guy because it could have gone badly for this.
He knows, he sees that he's
like,
out there.
Oh my gosh, watch him.
No. It's like the police guy coming down that slide.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a crazy video. So, man, it feels like Gable's, it's easy to get carried away, but I think he can be a guy that is contending. And
well, none of us, I would not, maybe John probably has the most MMA fandom or expertise, but you watch, we got to Caleb call in.
Yeah.
When you see the heavyweights at MMA, when I see them, I'm like, yeah, Gable's obviously a better athlete than these guys. And then you see him do stuff like that. It's like, yeah, you start to go, all right, there's some hype there. This is a guy, we've seen what he could do against the top athletes. Those skills, they look like they would transfer.
Yeah. Like he just looks smooth. Like he can really move. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
This is what I always, everyone said, I've been consistent. Like I didn't like the WWE move. I didn't like the NFL move for Gable. If he was going to leave wrestling, which would make me sad, I thought this was the path where he would be, have superstardom. And I'm glad he found it. And it's crazy that he's being coached by John Jones, just because that's the GOAT. And now you get to learn from the best ever.
Seems like he is going to carry that wrestling flag.
Oh yeah,
American wrestling flag.
Chael asked for this. We need him, and so I hope he gets fast tracked smartly. I love how often was this like his third fight? He did like a dirty boxing. He's had an MMA fight or two. Just like let him go once a month. I mean, he's taking no damage whatsoever.
Yeah, Dana White Contender Series when?
The thing I noticed when he started the dirty boxing that I didn't notice before was some kind of like cyborg tattoo on his back that I hadn't seen. I think.
Back tat, yeah.
Has he had that for a long time?
I don't know. He wears singlets, so it's tough to know.
Tough to know.
His first fight was September.
Man,
I mean,
He did the dirty boxing at the end of October, and then he just did the
Came back and murder another man.
So he's 3-0, right? Sort of.
Well, yeah, 2-0 in MMA, 1-0 in dirty boxing.
All right. He's a dirty boxing champion.
wow. Well, that's what I got on my list, but I know we got a bunch of questions.
Got a bunch of questions.
Oh, and I would like to say something about our friends.
Take it away.
It's AP athleteps.com. I did it again. But they are the folks at Nike Wrestling. AthletePS.com is their website where you can go pick up the Nike Inflict 4s because they've already had the Nike Inflict 3 out there for a while. It's the most popular shoe in college wrestling. But after years in the lab, now we've got the Inflict 4, lightweight, durable, with a match-ready feel. The first time you lace them up, best shoe in the game, just got even better. So go pick them up. We got them all strewn about here in the studio. They're very cool. I would just wear them as comfy shoes in Thanksgiving. You're not going out, hanging out with the family. Put on some Inflict 4s.
They're the new slippers.
They are slippers, yes.
Also, like, if you're in a family of wrestlers, there's going to be a match breakout.
That carpet, is going to turn into a mat.
You got the Inflict 4 on, that's a huge advantage.
Yeah, I need to start wearing these around because Caleb is literally grabbing me, arm dragging me anytime I come within 5 feet of him.
He's just like, there's Dad, time to do a move on him.
All the time.
Yep.
Constantly.
Yeah, you should start doing that.
I'm gonna.
Just around the house.
I have to now.
Protect yourself.
I'm taking these home.
Okay, we good for questions?
We're good.
Are you going to keep liking them?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep liking them.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I slacked on that.
That's a little hint for all you question askers. If your question gets liked, there's a good chance we're gonna
By FloWrestling.
So I'm gonna start with this question, and it's for the Twitter insiders, but it's gonna lead to a bigger discussion. So Mystic Matt, he asks thoughts on Che and Sepper leaving wrestling Twitter. A sad day for us all.
Is Sepper off? I saw him this week talking about Che being gone.
I don't know.
Che is the guy who kind of coined Duke Mafia.
Somebody theorized that was just Duke's burner.
No, this dude's
Just
definitely
happens to know a
Chechen.
ton about Chechen wrestling. He did speak a lot of American slang, or I presume
really
it's American
did.
slang, for being so into Chechen wrestling.
Okay.
All right, PJ. Maybe Kale found out about like, hey, if you're gonna wrestle varsity, you gotta deactivate your Twitter. He's like,
Yeah,
okay.
just like Tyler.
And he's like, I'm gonna watch you do it, and then he did it. Okay,
But I think
It is sad.
my larger point is maybe they got off because Tajudinov lost
oh yeah,
and Gasimpor lost.
that is crazy.
at the Islamic side.
Kazadinov, I kind of said like he is on the downward trajectory. Maybe not forever, but from the Olympics to that, and then the World Championships, he's definitely going the wrong way. And then he gets teched by
Ike Mukan.
who is like a world champion, who then became everyone's best win in their career because he just after he won Worlds, he lost to JIL, he's lost to a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
And now he's teching Tazadinov. I think Taz is way more, and these guys are all great, but like he's more Togrul Asgarov than Sajalayev. Asgarov, amazing run, won the Olympics, and then really never saw that level again. Like made another good run, but he definitely would take some random losses along the way. Clearly wasn't the same guy or near as locked in. Where you think of like a Sajalayev or a Snyder, who would just it puts what those guys have done in real perspective. Like it's not easy to stay on top. You don't just get there and then you stay there until someone better comes along. It's like it's hard to stay at the top. And so, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I think he's just saving his strength for 2026 to wrestle in front of his hometown crowd of Bahrain, Manama.
Yeah, maybe it's that.
I think he needs to go to heavyweight.
He's so big. Now,
really tall.
Bump him up.
that's my main, like, okay, maybe that's the issue. He's cutting too much weight. And if he goes up to heavyweight, I would have an open mind about his trajectory. But I don't know. He's
All right.
tired to me.
And then Gassimport just did what he just found a new way to lose.
Yeah.
Watching that, it's like, hey, how can he keep finding new ways? He's that good. Beat Jaden Cox. Like, what? Anyway.
Yeah, I think Sadulayev broke him. That last second loss.
When he was like snap.
He'll never be the same.
Behind, and he's like, the match is still going on, and he's doing the face plant. Yeah, poor Gassimport.
Yeah. All right. I almost missed a super chat question.
Oh,
this is from Logan Ward 208. Only $4.99, so no $5 foot long.
Okay.
But-
Reach into the give a penny, take a penny.
Yeah, they got the one in Oklahoma will have to give a penny. They will.
We'll be good for that. Right now, who would you pick in a match, Larkin or Van Ness? And he says, Penn State fan here who thinks Larkin is inevitable. Wow.
I'm not. Listen, you can't be on the train and then be partially on the train. You're either on or you're off. I think Larkin. But certainly Shane Van Ness is good enough to win. We'll see. But Larkin looks inevitable. But the volume of competition we've seen Shane Van Ness go through compared to the just speck of matches Caleb Larkins have, who was off the mat last year, it does make it a tougher sell. But, man, he looks every bit the part right now.
Yeah, right now, the fact that Larkin doesn't have as much on his resume, especially folk style, it's like I would have to give the edge to Van Ness, like if they wrestled now, but like at the end of the season, I would be the least shocked if it was, 75-25 in favor of Larkin or even more.
I'm with Spey right now. I think I would, if I just had to pick, I've just got too much data for Van Ness, so that's where I would go. But
length it gave Van Ness trouble at Big Tens with Cannon Webster. This is a big 49-pounder. He's gonna be hard to take down.
he doesn't wrestle a lot like Cannon though. I mean, he's
not like a hand fight bruiser type of guy.
He loves to wrestle with like all four limbs at once, which is a terrifying thing when you've been foot swept a bunch of times.
Well, and it's weird because like maybe a comp is Waters, but he was so hurt when he wrestled Van Ness last year, so then you can't really compare those. I don't know. I think it's I don't know, very tricky.
I'm pulling the YouTube chat right now, so we're gonna get an answer to this by the end of the show. All right, next question. Matt Moran asks, do you think we'll see Gabe Arnold drop to 174 this year and try to challenge Kennedy, or just wait for next year?
I don't know why he wouldn't do this. He said he was, but he's been at 84 this year. But I think he said, I'll be at a different weight for Soldier Salute. I don't think that's up. So I think he's going to drop. And I think he can go with Patrick Kennedy. I think that's a tough matchup for him, for Patrick. But
yeah, I think Gabe at 74 is a very, tough, or, is going to look really tough out there. But yeah, he's got to get there, and then he's got to perform.
Okay. We kind of already talked about Desmond. Sipped it. As good as the rest of the top guys are at 133, I don't know if any of them can take down Marcus Blaze consistently, and his offense looks to be firing. Just check the guy Ayala has only had close matches with. Is he the smart pick to win 133 this year, the way things stand now?
Well, you don't have to take him down consistently to beat him. You got to do it one time probably, and then hold him off. I'm not the least bit opposed to picking Marcus Blaze to be the champ at 133 this year. I think he absolutely can. Gun to my head, he's probably my pick right now. But Lucas Bird exists. The Lucas Bird, Drake, they're different challenges. Ben Davino really exists. He looks fantastic right now. He's probably been the most impressive 33-pounder so far this year, although more challenges to come for Ben. Ryan Crookham, I don't know. We'll see.
We need to see him.
Yeah,
he's a guy that I could see wrestling the same style match as Marcus, and I don't know if it'll be the most exciting one. I would predict low points scored total, but it's one of those where you turn it into a coin flip.
Who did Marcus tech that Drake has tough matches with. Talking about Bergen?
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Somebody in the YouTube chat they're doing some investigative work.
Thank you.
Love
And
that.
they think Crookham's going to be back soon because his girlfriend said it was his year on Instagram.
Oh, really?
Okay.
2025 is his year?
Crookham's girlfriend said that.
I think you gotta go easy on the positive comments from of reading the tea leaves of wrestlers' girlfriends. It's when they say he's out for the year, he's done, and that comes from the girlfriend, and then you can really take that as
You can't trust anything coming out of the Crookham camp, including John Kozak,
Yeah, that's right.
honorary member of that camp.
Found that out the hard way.
Yeah. So, all right, we got another super fan.
We are so
cha-ching, dollar signs. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, $1.99, so don't get too excited.
Every little bit helps.
That used to be 2 junior bacon cheeseburgers.
Oh, the JBC strategy.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
those
they
are so
fed
good.
families.
We're set till Thanksgiving.
All right, this is from KBergie1113. More anticipated Iowa versus Iowa State match, 197 or 165?
97. I got to see. Where does it stop with Dean? Is he just going to win a title this year? For me, I think I'm excited to watch Connor Newton versus Michael Caliendo. There's a lot of reasons to be excited for that match. But for me, it's just Dean mania right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my answer.
I needed to be up in the air for the final 2 bouts.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, heavyweight.
That too.
is the only one. So we cannot have a runaway. I won't allow it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Younger Keeter. Come on.
Yes.
We need that. We need that to be the, duel on the line.
We want people going nuts. It's going to be on the worldwide leader, ESPN. Let's showcase.
All right. I don't know what this guy's name is.
Yeah, I don't know.
He asks,
I don't want to know that.
will Figs make the cut? Will they go with Ramirez? Who can take Vega down?
Well, the thing is, he went to a team that has a good 25-pounder. I don't think they're going to – I mean, who knows? But I don't think so. I don't think they – maybe he will make the cut and try to win the spot at the scuffle. I don't see it. Will they go with Ryan Ramirez? Ultimately, that would be my guess. Who can take Vega down? TBD. I guess it'll happen at some point. It has not happened yet this year. Sergio Vega yet to give up a takedown. Didn't mention it, but that was a fun match with him and Pearson Manville. Some fun exchanges. I think Pearson's going to have a fine year, but Sergio Vega is just he's magical in these scrambles.
Yeah, those exchanges where it was like Manville's right there. He's wrestling hard. He's being tough in there. And then Vega just, oh, nope, I was in right position the whole time. Here I am.
My score, my points.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Jesse Mendez would take him down, but they wouldn't hit till the NCAA tournament. Wait, there was another one on there.
There's a lot of questions.
Oh, he had
He had so many questions.
He's getting his money.
Oh yeah, this is too much. Okay,
Too much.
No, that's too much for a free question.
much-
Sorry, guys.
too much desert.
We've been spoiled now. Now we're spoiled by the super chat.
Right. That's at least another $1.99.
No.
Come on.
All right. Shocked FRL. Give us an FRL crew Christmas movie top 5.
Okay,
Top 5 movie.
Home Alone.
Yes.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Those are extremely similar strata. Like it depends on your mood which one's better. Honestly, I think they're there. Elf's in there for sure. Elf's great. I don't like A Christmas Story. That is too dark for me.
Dark.
Christmas Story. Is that the
You'll shoot your eye
I
out.
hate that movie.
Hate it.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
I hate it. I think there's something very not Christmassy to me. It does not capture the Christmas spirit.
Couple of Grinches over here.
No, it's Grinch. That's why I don't like it.
Why is it a Grinch? It all has a happy ending.
Negative is mean parents.
Yeah, the dad, because he's trying to fix the radiator, he's using a lot of foul
I
language.
don't
Big
like
deal.
that. I didn't like that. I like to see an 8-year-old being chased by criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's that scene where he fantasizes about shooting off all the criminals with his new air rifle.
I don't like that.
He's like the wet bandits trying to murder a child.
They would never. They didn't have a chance. Well, I don't want to hog them all. I got some others though.
I mean, I do like the Grinch. You brought up the Grinch. I like that.
Yeah.
Grinch is good. The newer one with like the soundtrack is cool. It's catchy.
Not the Jim Carrey version.
No.
No?
I can't believe that the Jim Carrey version is not the new version. That's
No,
kinda
there's
crazy.
a newer. It's a animated. I like the Grinch. That one's cool.
You guys are all overlooking a very obvious classic.
Die Hard.
Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut.
Okay.
Christmas movie.
Haven't seen.
What do you guys think of the Polar Express?
No thanks.
No,
That's kind of weird.
boring too. I'm a boring movie.
Uncanny Valley. Weird. Yeah.
They're dead eyes.
I don't like it.
I liked Muppet Christmas Carol is fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic. Highly recommend. Also, like, there's a John Denver like Muppets Christmas thing that we had on tape. I must have watched that 100 times. I don't know what it's called, but I know it's on YouTube.
John Denver, like before that, I never thought of it, but he looks a little like a Muppet.
He did a lot of Muppets collabs. He did. I was raised in a John Denver household. My parents loved John Denver.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. That was sad. But there's like a Muppets and John Denver like Christmas album that's really good. Check that out. It's on Spotify. I know that. And then yeah,
What about Tim Allen, Santa Claus?
I like that one.
Not bad.
I've not seen that one since such a Miracle on 34th Street is great.
No, I'm pointing at National Lampoon's that Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Chevy Chase. That has so many good lines. That's extremely quotable. It's maybe you kids got to be a little bit older, but I think it's fine.
A family member just dumping the waste.
Yeah, well, you know why? Because something was full, so we had to explain it to everybody. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, that to me, I don't know. Just you could relate a little bit. You know, you got a family member that maybe goes over the line every once in a while.
Or a dad that loses it because he's counting on a Christmas bonus and instead he gets enrolled in the Jelly of the Month Club.
Yeah,
that's a reason for getting angry.
We hit a lot of them.
Okay.
There's a bunch of good ones.
That was the top 5 right there.
I don't really even watch movies. That was my top 5.
Yep.
All right, great question here from Peter. Why doesn't FloWrestling partner with another streaming service or something? So we can get more for
Jelly of the Month Club.
more for our buck. When we subscribe to your platform to watch wrestling, you hold so many events hostage, and your subscription is too expensive.
Wow.
Well, it sounds like we have a lot of events.
Here's events. Here's us. You belong to us now.
Yeah.
I'm nervous that Peter might have a very particular set of skills.
Yeah, I don't want to make a powerful enemy.
Yeah.
Being held hostage, and I'm only going to let you go if you give me $12.50 a month.
Yeah.
42 cents a day. That's a pretty good rate for a hostage situation.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to.
I don't think we're against this. I don't think anyone would partner with us.
Well,
Let's do it.
I see bundles are definitely in the future. I mean, if you just look at the landscape of streaming services and how they're all combining, and now ESPN and Fox have like a sports bundle, and YouTube is trying to get everything onto their platform that's out there. Eventually Flow Sports, Flow Wrestling included. I mean, right now you get the bundle of all of our sports together, but $150 billed all at once. That's not a cheap option. That's a decent amount of money. I understand depending on your situation, but honestly, the value. Where else are you getting this much wrestling? I don't see it exist anywhere.
Yeah, it doesn't. We had like 200 events in November.
All I'm saying is reach out to WrestleGuy 2002, super chat donator. He'll take care of you.
Oh,
yeah.
Chat Richardson.
Yeah. Spay was actually going to work on a bundle last night, but then he forgot he still had to finish the roundup, so didn't get to the bundle.
Well, I'm still on the horn calling all the media bigwigs trying to get this bundle going.
Yeah.
Or something. Or maybe a deal at Subway.
something.
Yeah.
A Subway bundle.
Subway bundle. You get a sandwich and a wrestling subscription.
Okay. I'm listening.
No bad ideas.
All right, Braden, for everyone. This is for everyone. On y'all's travel across the world of wrestling, what places have had the best food? Could be a memorable restaurant, venue, country as a whole, etc.
Well, it's been a while since we told the Oslo
That's
restaurant.
exactly where my mind went.
And JD's not here, so we don't have to feel bad about it.
Yeah. So when we were in Oslo for the World Championships in 2021, it was literally so magical, and we've talked about that. It was just an amazing, amazing city. And then there was this one place where we were trying to get food, and this had good reviews. So we went by, hey, you guys no, we're not open, but we will come in. We will make you this and that. They're like, no, we'll come back another time. So the next day we're like, hey, let's go there. So we go there, and it's like this insane Italian restaurant experience. And there's like kind of no menu or no price, and you kind of don't know what's happening. And then next thing you know, you're just sort of enchanted by all these these Italian guys that are just like bringing you all this great food, and then the wine was flowing, and that some people were ordering bottles, and we don't know how much they cost. And then it's just the best meal I've literally ever had, probably.
Yeah, the chef was out there. The I don't know if he was the server, the maitre d' or whatever he was, but he was kind of giving us like personal service. He was recommending lots of things like extra expensive bottles of wine that we had to tone down.
Yeah.
Not go too crazy, but yeah, there was, and then talking to the chef, and he was coming out. He was the star of the show.
So it was the best food, and then we get out and we get the bill, and then it reminds me of Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, where the dad gets the room service bill. He's like, Kevin, you spent it on room service. And the bill for like however many of us was like, it might have been like $2,000 or like $1,500 or something. And I immediately started to freak out, like, guys, what are we going to do? Like,
Well, you didn't freak out in the restaurant. It was, you paid, and then we got out on the street. And you're like, guys, we just paid $1,500 for that meal.
And everyone else starts hysterically laughing. I'm like, this is not good, guys.
We're like, nobody leave until we figure this out.
Yeah.
I have to collect right now so that this does not go on and we forget about it. We're not walking away without a firm solution to this serious problem.
Look at this meal.
We're delirious at this point.
Deliriously happy.
Everybody
So happy we were.
This is the owner right here.
That's
next
The
to
owner is the guy
chef.
between Mike Mal and I.
who was that much energy level, and then as
The
soon
whole
as his
time.
energy level would go down, he would head off to the kitchen and then magically reappear about 15 minutes later.
Lot of energy.
Level right back up. Somehow he just had to go back to the kitchen where we weren't around and figure out a way to get his energy level back up.
But it was crazy. So this was definitely a great meal and worth every penny.
Yeah.
We figured it out. And
Well, the way, Ollie and Mike and David Kuhn is the other guy there you may not know between me and Kozak. But we were enjoying the wine. And then the way we looked at it is like we just got a $50, that was our per diem, $50 discount on a really nice meal that we otherwise would have had to pay full price for. So, Oh, that's on my. Oh, yeah, there we go.
That's yours.
Yeah.
These are all your best photos from Oslo.
Look at these nice photos.
Great trip,
Look at
dude.
these neighborhoods. We're just like enchanted little.
yeah. Also didn't make sense, guys.
Everywhere you look was another cool thing.
Yeah.
I'll say there's a couple other categories of food that you get to have on the road that have been. One is the hospitality room, because sometimes like a bagel.
Oh, yeah.
The best one though is the Keystone Classic.
I'm glad you shouted that out because I was thinking that too. Kevin McGuigan, awesome dude, helped set that up. He's the PRTC guy.
The parents of the Penn wrestlers, they take a lot of pride. Home cooked, it's incredible. It's great stuff.
And speaking of Italians, there's the New York, New Jersey area, Philly area right there where UPenn is. There's many Italians on that team, and their parents know how to cook. And coming from someone that grew up in New Jersey, not in an Italian family, but many Italians on the football and wrestling team. When we'd have team dinners, it was pasta heaven. You were having the best macaroni and gravy that you'd ever have, and I got to experience that. And everyone that goes to the hospitality room at the Keystone Classic also gets a little taste of that.
Virginia Duel's hospitality room is literally insane. It's like they give you this, like some seafood. Jason Bright could give the exact whatever, but like a guy that like owns a seafood company gives you the best seafood you've ever had. It was like, how is this even? So that was really good. And then shout out to the Buffalo Gap hospitality room.
Yeah.
This is not just lore from me. Coach Mike on Twitter happened to, and he's like lauded the room. It's just a bunch of country women that know how to cook. It's not, they're not picking up sandwiches at Walmart or whatever.
Yeah.
They are cooking.
That happens in the Southern Scuffle hospitality room.
True.
Some nice Southern cooking.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to step on the toes of
besmirch.
Buffalo Gap, but I just wanted to shout out a tournament that maybe other people
really
have heard of.
Yeah, and this is where you would see. So the hospitality room, the way it would work for the Bison duels, you would. It was also like the team, the team room sometimes, and so this is where you would see kids ranked in the state tournament come in, get a giant plate of biscuits and sausage gravy, shovel it down, and then within 45 minutes wrestle and win. Oof. So
And they all kept that down. They were all didn't have to deal with the repercussions later.
It's no
Kids are
problem.
built different.
They're built different.
Yeah, to them that's just like sipping on a little Gatorade and having like a bagel or something.
Yeah, some of them would get a bagel with cream cheese. Some of them would just go crazy and sausage, biscuits, and gravy.
They would be biscuit maxing.
Yeah.
The other category of food on the road is the old Airbnb, make it yourself. And man, we've had some great breakfast at in Fargo. Andy Hamilton gets on the pancakes.
Hamilton is on pancake duty. You're in for a treat.
I try to whip up some eggs.
And then JD's still full from eating
raw corn
the night before, just tearing the husks open and chowing down.
Yeah, that's the only downside. You got it for breakfast. You got to clear the corn silk off the counter. The husks are.
And ask him the next day. He's like, I wanted some corn. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Don't put it in the fridge if you don't want me to eat it.
Like a dang deer.
Don't leave it out on the counter.
He's like a raccoon. He's just chowing down.
JD is kind of raccoon adjacent.
Yeah. Well, when you're in Fargo, you're that close to like JD's like power center, and like this the corn is from his homeland there.
Yeah. So
all right,
lots of great food on the road.
Okay, wrestling question. CB asks, who's the better matchup against Jordan Williams, Jay Frost or Zurban?
Frost, I think.
Yeah, because Frost is going to wrestle a whole match knowing that if he wins, he gets to punch himself in the face.
What?
And that's what he wants to do.
Really?
Zurban. Oh. Zurban, not Frost. Like, not Frost. Zurban. He loves to win and punch himself in the face. It's
really?
Oh, yeah. Got to go back and watch Southern Scuffle a couple years ago in the finals. He's just punching himself. It's great.
Zurban, I feel like scrambly versus scrambly. I don't know. I feel like that's good for Williams. Frost, I don't know, more head down grinder, 7 minutes.
Yeah, and is Frost going up? Has that been confirmed? I thought he was
I don't know.
Still trying to battle
CB's
for 49.
asking the questions. I'm giving the answer.
My understanding was that Frost and Pinheiro would be battling back and forth, and I don't think it's settled at all at 49, but we shall see.
What about Pinheiro? Why not throw him in the mix?
Pinheiro at 57. He's competed there.
He majored Brandon Cannon last year at 157, guys. Or I might have been 65. Doesn't matter. It happened. He majored him.
All right. Raymond asks, will we ever get the Trent Hidley's full run at the World Championships video? I want to rewatch the semis against Nurmagomedov, but can't find the video anywhere.
We should do that. I thought we did it.
You can also watch it on www.flowwrestling.org.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's there.
Can't find it anywhere.
But you can't find it on YouTube.
You won't find that anywhere.
Wait. He didn't wrestle him in the semis, though. Or
Osman?
That might be why you can't find it.
Yeah, he wrestled him.
Okay. Oh, he wrestled a different guy in the finals. That's the Azerbaijan guy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Exists. Maybe I'll link it.
Okay.
Service with a smile.
So this question you didn't like.
No.
But I think it poses another one that you asked on Twitter was about Penn State's B team.
Right.
This person asked if they can beat Iowa, but you asked how the B team would do at NCAAs. Mm-hmm. Other people in the YouTube chat are saying that Penn State's B team trophies.
So
What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't think that would happen. But also, I try not to call it like B team or backups because like then you start calling Ono a backup, and it's like,
He's
well,
nobody's
he's
backup.
not really. He's nobody's backup.
Yeah.
The world is his backup, mind you. So, but. And like Davis is redshirting for now. We should mention Nagao hurt. Looked like some people thought forearm. He was holding his forearm, but he hurt his right shoulder last year. That's what kept him out. And like, sometimes you see when there's a shoulder issue, you kind of brace down here. And it looked like Dan Monthly, the trainer, was like kind of addressing the shoulder. So I don't know. Hopefully minor, but it's hard to be optimistic when Nagao's had these kind of issues. So Davis could be back in the lineup. Who knows? But yeah, I think they'd have a super competitive team. Guys like Mirasola, Cochran, Sealey, or Kasak. I think it could be a top 6 or 7 team, yeah. But beating, some of the blue blood teams, I don't see it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's easy to look at like a Sealey being close to Duke and then say, all right, well, Seeley's obviously a top 3 guy, top 5 guy. And then you go, well, yeah, he lost to Harrington. Harrington just lost to Jude Swisher at the Keystone Classic. There's a lot of different things that can happen that you don't want to base it off 1 or 2.
If Cale Sanderson said today we are redshirting both Kasak and PJ Duke, Joe Sealey would not be rankable. Just for the record.
That's true.
He just does not. He's wrestled 2 seasons-ish, and he does not have a rankable resume. He would probably eventually, but not yet.
Do you want to answer this one by Dino?
Sure. Dinosaur Collins?
Yeah. What does Sergio Vega do that enables him to finish such a high percentage of his shots? His length? With brother Hardy's scrambling ability, almost no one can finish a shot on him, including Mendez for the most part. Vega made it look easy with Hardy and basically everyone else.
Yeah, I don't know. This is where I could really use Ben and his expertise. That's why I didn't like it, probably.
You did like this question.
Oh, I did?
Yeah,
Oh.
see right there.
Yeah, I just liked them.
I'm going to unlike it. Unlike.
Canceled.
Yeah, sorry.
You got to drop a few shekels in the collection bin.
It's some comment. He's just got length. I think he's a guy who, I think when you think about David Taylor's style and his style and elements of what made David great, I think Sergio's a quick learner, and he already had a great base of wrestling knowledge, and I think we're seeing it all come to fruition.
Yeah, those scrambles with Manville, mentioned it before, but it just looked like he was a half a step or one move. He was just ahead of where Manville was and was able to turn those into points.
He also looks like you can't really blow through him.
Yeah.
He's like one of those guys, like, I don't know.
You get a good what you think is a good setup, and he just annoyingly stops you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what do we think Mendez versus Vega looks like?
I have a hard time picking against Jesse Mendez.
Yeah, I'll tell you the real winner though.
Fancy. Yeah,
Yes.
I think Jesse's wrestling better than we've ever seen him, and he's a 2-time champion. Yeah, I don't see Sergio winning that, but he's been the surprise of the season at 141. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no more questions that you liked.
There's others. As you know, I didn't get to all of them.
Yeah.
I thought I really liked some.
The chat voted 168 votes, 55% said Shane Van Ness over Caleb Larkin.
That's pretty close.
That is close.
These quotes.
That's just basically Penn State fans voting against non-Penn State fans.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes those polls are just who's got the bigger fan base.
Yeah.
All right. Here, another roundtable question from Avery Lynch. Do you turn your head to eat a taco? I'll go first. No.
Wait, what?
Do you turn your head to eat a taco?
Oh, do you eat like corn on the cob?
Do you eat it like this? Like turn your head? Or do you just eat it straight on? Like that?
Because that means you have to turn the tacos. I guess you do turn your head. I bet you turn your head.
I turn the head when they're like the long, skinny, like American style. When they're the little street tacos, you can kind of fold up and squish a little bit more. That you don't have to turn as much.
Yeah.
I'm going to be thinking about this next time I eat a taco. I don't know.
I don't eat tacos very much.
I don't think I turn my head.
All right.
I had tacos yesterday.
That's talking tacos.
It's the talk of the town.
All right. Did we do it?
There's just a lot of questions to
Dude, y'all went
cycle
crazy.
through.
I really appreciate it.
It's wrestling season.
We try to get to them all that we don't. And a lot of the questions, like, you guys are on our wavelength and you asked things that we were invariably going to discuss on the show and did. So in those ways, we think we answered almost all these questions. Let me see. No, that's it. We did the show.
Okay.
Appreciate you guys.
So tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Hopefully, JD, listen, we can't blame him if he doesn't do it, but we're supposed to
make your picks.
Supposed to make our picks for Cyhawk. And if there's ever a time for me to just run up the score on him, it's going to be Cyhawk because he can't help himself with the Cyclone picks.
So the only way he gets back in this race between you two is if the Cyclones go crazy and get a big win.
Yeah, what did he say? JD. He said, okay, I might be able to do 9:30 this morning. Well, that was an hour and a half ago. But yeah, we're going to hopefully record a FaceTime where we do our picks. I already have my order of like priority, so I already know what I'm going to do. Worst case, we'll do it in the chat, but we will be breaking down the Cyhawk tomorrow. Maybe some more Thanksgiving. For the next questions, ask some Thanksgiving stuff. We love talking Thanksgiving.
Oh, favorite sides. I know.
We'll have the Kozaks and Brays over. Spay is declining the invitation. I come to my home for Thanksgiving.
I've been to a nice Thanksgiving with y'all before. It's incredible. It's a great experience. But I'll be in North Carolina with one of my brothers and my parents.
That will be fun too.
You know, it could be fun if JD doesn't make his picks. We could just select a super fan to make the picks.
Oh yeah,
JD's by
the highest bidder.
Yeah,
but we're just shameless now.
We just
from this.
But instead of the super chat, we just link our own personal Venmos.
Yeah,
and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Christian Piles won.
Now we're talking, baby.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much. We're gonna be back tomorrow. 4 Eastern, 3 Central. Thanks so much to Nike Wrestling for their support. Thanks so much to you for tuning in. Another great weekend of wrestling. Hope you guys have a happy Monday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving break if you're on it, and if not, get back to work. For Christian Piles, that's me, David Bray, Andrew Spey, John Kozak, our producer Peter, not Nikki, fake Nikki, his name's Peter. We're revealing that to the world.